Welcome to Daytime, everyone. We are starting things off today with a topic that so many parents can relate to. Not too long ago, kids with severe autism were limited in how they could communicate. But today, thanks to technology, these children are finding their voices. Our first guest's daughter, Elizabeth, is unable to speak, yet she expresses herself beautifully with poetry. Virginia Breen is here to tell us about their book, I Am in Here, the journey of a child with autism who cannot speak, but finds her voice. Good to have you here, Virginia.
Thank you.
So when Elizabeth was born, everything was fine. And then when did you notice that something wasn't fine?
Well, suddenly at 15 months, she wasn't able to speak anymore. And so we searched and searched for a way to find a way in. And when she was 6 years old, we found a way for her to type. And then she started creating these beautiful poems for us. So we created a book to be able to tell her story as well as put her poetry in it.
Now, when she was able to type and she started creating this poetry, what did you think when you first started reading this?
It was just so beautiful because they're little gems and they have simple messages, but they speak to your heart. And so the title of the book, I Am in Here, is her main message. And if I could read that poem, I would love to.
Yes.
It's called Me. I sometimes fear that people cannot understand that I hear, and I know that they don't believe I go to every extreme to try to express my need to talk. If only they could walk in my shoes, they would share my news. I am in here and trying to speak every day in some kind of way.
Oh my gosh. And how old was she when she wrote that?
She was 9 when she wrote that.
So she is wise, beyond her years, obviously.
I believe so. A matter of fact, another one of the gems she has given to us, I think she was 12 when she wrote this one, is the things I know for sure. There is a God, I am loved, the sun will shine, I will survive autism.
Oh my goodness. So obviously she's been able to reach a lot of people with her poetry, not only through the book, but through the internet, right?
That's right. And in fact, that gave us the strength to try to write this book, because we would post one of her poems and suddenly we get a flood of emails and postings from parents and also from people who didn't have a child with autism. And that's what I think is the most powerful thing about the book, is it really is about when something happens in your life, a curveball of some sort, and for Elizabeth, autism was a very big curveball. How do you move forward? How do you have hope and joy? How do you keep your faith? And Elizabeth tells us in her poetry, I'm not feeling sorry for myself, I'm going to make a difference in the world. And so I listened to her.
What kind of reaction are you getting from other parents who have children with autism? Because you have 2 children with autism.
I do. Charles, Elizabeth's older brother, is 15, and he, in fact, never stops talking, as opposed to Elizabeth, who has trouble getting any word out. And so I think that's why it's so difficult for parents, because our children manifest autism so differently. And so we have to listen and seek out with educators and with the medical community how to help them, and it's unique for each child.
Well, it is totally inspiring. I Am in Here is the name of the book. Virginia Breen, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.